been such a privilege to be part of this fantastic day for International Women's Day. And I just want to say one thing, apart from the fantastic food, amazing plating and the wonderful service, is I was very pleased to see lots of women chefs come up afterwards, be part of the team. Well done. Thank you.
For a great hospitality career, call 98310 50,000.
We thank Master Mariner and the Merchant Navy Captain Amiruddin Sheikh's family for contributing a month's grain supply to Shahida Bibi, single mother of 3 who works as a housemaid.
Hi, this is Deepika and Pallavi. We got to know about this from the newspaper. We fed 100 kids in Tiljala slum area, and it was a lovely, wonderful experience. We wish to continue the same in future. And I request everybody to come and do it. Please do it. We all need it. It's with the help of Food Soldier we did it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very warm welcome to the IIHM Global Campus. Here we are today for the grand launch of the book, The Art of Sustainable Hospitality, which has been authored by the chief mentor and the founder of IIHM, Dr. Suborno Bose. Today we have with us a bevy of luminaries, important people from the hospitality industry. We are so glad that all of you have made it. We are so glad that all of you have joined us online. You have made it and made this event such a wonderful success. I'm really thankful to all of you who have joined from all over the world. And of course, all our audiences who have joined us on our social media channels, almost 3.3 million people. Here we are reporting directly from the IIHM Global Campus. And we have been waiting with bated breath for the grand launch of this book. Today we have with us someone special. I'm going to invite him, Mr. Arjun Kagalu, who is the general manager of Novotel. Mr. Kagalu, may I have you here, please, to give us a small bite. Welcome to IIHM. Yeah. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here. First of all, you have been a friend of IIHM since such a long time. Yeah, this is the microphone. Yeah. Would you please tell us about the sustainability practices that you implement in your organization?
Firstly, thank you so much, Dr. Bose. Congratulations. I'm not only just a neighbor for IIHM, this is also like home. I have a lot of your students there with us, and I keep telling everybody that Dr. Bose is such an inspiration, not because of just this book. Everything he does is a milestone, right? So talking about sustainability, I think that's the way forward. Nothing else matters. It's only sustainability. What we do is, I'm not talking about glass water bottles. That's what everybody is doing. So sustainability for us is at the core of everything we do. From the guest amenities, just to give you a simple example, we don't have salmon is on the menu, but if somebody asks what's hot, we'll say Hilsa. That's what is happening, right? We'll tell them local, go local, right? Vocal for local. I think our chefs, team, everybody at the hotel lives, breathes sustainability. So the way we act, what we do with the guest, and the amenities that goes in the guest room, it's also right. We don't have imported cheese that goes in there. We'll tell them what's the local fruits available in Bengal right now, so that the guests experience that, and they love it.
Tell us one ingredient that you use from Bengal that also supports the business community, who produce that ingredient.
We all, our produce is taken from the local. Like, for example, our chef went to the Hilsa Fish Market today. We are doing a Hilsa Fish Festival. He went to the market. He actually did the shopping and he came back, and we are getting those farmers supply to us directly.
Brilliant. So there's a Hilsa Fish Festival coming up at the Novotel Hotel. So all of you, the Hilsa lovers, the fish lovers, please remember, do you have a date for that?
The teaser is not out yet. So I think this is like I've given you a hint before. So wait for it. Another 2 days, you'll get to see it on our social media handles.
Brilliant.
My marketing will be upset that I released it before, but that's fine.
Brilliant. That's a pre-teaser.
Yes.
So thank you so much for making it today. And we hope that you will enjoy the evening.
I'm sure.
We hope that you will enjoy reading the book when you have it.
100%. Looking forward. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much. Can we have the video, please? All right. Next, we have with us Mr. Shoikot Moitro. Mr. Shoikot Moitro is the former Vice Chancellor of WBUT. Yeah. Professor. Yes, Professor was sitting in the front row. Professor, may we have you here, please? So there are camera angles. Professor, please tell us about what you think about sustainability.
Yeah, sustainability basically now it is worldwide. Now it is a much short word, as because these United Nations development programs, the sustainability goal, which has become popular with different sectors. The sustainability is the key words, and sustainability in energy, sustainability in environment, sustainability. Sustainability in our lifestyle, everywhere sustainability is required. And here, this is the art of sustainable hospitality. I believe that will cater its needs to a significant extent, and that is required now. How we are taking care of hospitality, including all sorts of the facets and features of hospitality in the most sustainable manners, and it will determine the course of business in near future, and that may come within a couple of years. We may change. We may see a sea change in the entire practices which is being followed in hospitality industries, and sustainability there, which and anyone who will be the first mover will get significant advantage in these sectors. I believe this book has addressed many issues like this, and I wish all the best. And I know, because I'm associated with IIHM since few years with particularly Dr. Bose, and I know he has a keen passion for sustainability, for imbibing sustainability in all these practices. And therefore, I believe that it will set a standard or an example how to take up sustainability in hospitality in a significant extent, maybe for the entire industries and academic community as well.
Thank you so much, Professor Moitro. Thank you for making it tonight. We hope you will enjoy the book launch, and we can't wait to hand you a copy of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. IT team, may I request you to play the video, please?
So how does it feel to be a food soldier?
I feel great, and I think it's a good opportunity for us to do a food soldier with IIHM.
Right, sir. And so how do you tend to go forward as a food soldier?
I think we all should do, and all the hoteliers should take this initiative, and it's a good opportunity for everybody.
Right, sir. How does it feel to be a food soldier?
Well, I love to be very nice, and it was for me a very good experience altogether, and I really liked it. I used to see everything in the newspaper every morning, and I'm very happy to be a part of this again.
And so how do you tend to go forward as a food soldier?
And now we have with us Mr. Shekhar Mukherjee. Mr. Shekhar Mukherjee also has been a friend of IIHM since a long time. He has joined us. Mr. Shekhar Mukherjee. Mr. Mukherjee. Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. And you were supposed to come here yesterday. No. We are always so happy to have you here, sir. Would you please tell us about your association with IIHM and, of course, what you think about sustainability?
First is I'm caught unaware. I thought today Dr. Bose is going to speak. And I just came in and this question is absolutely, I don't know, out of turn. But the only thing I can say, which all my industry colleagues always talk about, Dr. Bose and IIHM and the team, which I think it has been proved time and again. It has been proved for the last 30 years, and we have said it in no uncertain terms, that this is one institute which has definitely made a difference. One of the proof that I possibly would like to give is we have taken 2 huge batches of management trainees at the TADSATs, and people from Calcutta has traveled to all 8 units of TADSATs, possibly because they are industry ready. Thank you. Kudos to Dr. Bose, Mrs. Bose, and the team IIH.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mukherjee. We look forward to having you during the book launch. Thank you for making it tonight. Thank you. On the green carpet, we have another special VIP. I'm going to invite him here. He is somebody who is responsible for realizing the dreams of many an IIHMite. He is somebody who helps realize the dreams of so many students of IIHM. May I invite Mr. Raju, please? The pleasure of having you here on the green carpet. And
Thank you so much.
here I hand you the microphone. I want you to introduce yourself to all the students, especially the students of IIHM, because you are somebody who makes their dreams come true.
Good evening, everyone, especially the students. See, I'm Raju Sharma, founder of ASPD, American Skills and Personality Development. And, what we do, we send hospitality students to abroad for their internships and jobs. And we incorporated our company in 2013. And since then, we are sending IIHM students to abroad. Well, today we had a seminar and we interacted with 200 students. So very soon these students will be traveling to France as well. Apart from ASPD, I'm a founder of a podcast channel called Hospitality Unplugged, where, we invite guests from the industry and we talk to them. So Arjun sir, Mr. Arjun Kagalu, General Manager of Novotel Kolkata, was one of our guests. And, I would request all of you to go to our channel and watch this video as well. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. And please tell us a little bit about sustainability. What is your idea of sustainability?
Well, ma'am, I would say that the world needs that. And we need more leaders like Suborno Bose sir, that, they think about sustainability and all. And it's an idea of United Nations as well. So I would say it's a great move. And this book is going to help a lot of students and a lot of people who thinks about sustainability.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for making it tonight. IT team requesting you to play the video once again.
I would like to be a part of the family also, and it is fantastic, and I experienced what I had today morning and the whole day. It was something very lovely, and I really enjoyed it from my core of my heart.
Once more.
Hi, I'm Vineet from Kakurgachi Dhaba. I have come to this food soldier movement. Please, you also join this movement and make India hunger free by 2030.
It's not just the Durga Puja as it is also the celebration of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations.
When I see that also you have included the sustainability aspect to the celebration of Durga Puja, it's totally amazing.
সাস্টেনেবিলিটি ছাড়া বিশ্ব থাকবে না এবং এই মেসেজটা আমাদের সবাইকে দিতে হবে। শুধু সেলিব্রেশন করলেই হবে না, সেলিব্রেশনের সঙ্গে আমাদের স্টুডেন্টসদের, ইয়াং পিপলদের এই মেসেজ দিতে হবে যে সাস্টেনেবিলিটি ইজ দ্য অনলি ওয়ে টু।
On the green carpet, we now have with us Mr. Arnab Basu, who is the co-founder and CEO of Yancha Education Initiatives. Mr. Basu, welcome to the green carpet of tonight's event. I'm so happy to hand over the microphone to you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you feel about this evening and what are you anticipating?
Knowing Dr. Bose for quite some time now, and I know that this is going to be a fantastic event, and especially the topic, it's very close to our heart, and I personally know that how he has been contributing towards these goals. And we are in a lot of projects together. And I hope that this will awaken a lot of other people as well. And my best wishes to Team IIHM and Dr. Bose.
Thank you so much, Mr. Basu. In fact, even we think that this book is going to be an enriching source of knowledge for all of us, professionals, students, all of us. Thank you for joining us tonight. On the green carpet, next, I would like to invite Mr. Sanjoy Chatterjee, who is the chairman, NASCOM East. Mr. Sanjoy Chatterjee, it's a pleasure to have you with us, sir. Welcome to IIHM.
Thank you.
This is not your first time here. You've been here many times. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your relationship with us?
Well, Dr. Suborno Bose is more of my friend, of course, and I congratulate him about this sustainable about his book launch. But this initiative is not just an initiative. I know him for long, and I have seen he believes in this. And during COVID, I have even experienced some of the things that he has done in the social area, which is one of the goal of the sustainable initiative in general. So that's one of the area. These days we come to know about a lot of initiatives are being taken in sustainable hospitality, circular economy, sustainable economy, and all these jargons. And surely this will lead him, and also there will be a lot of entrepreneurs will follow him on his way. I mean, learning from him. So I wish him best of luck, and definitely this initiative will flourish. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us tonight. IT team, may I request you to play the videos once again?
দিনের প্রথমবারে আমরা এই পুজোটা হচ্ছে, যেটা সাস্টেনেবল ডেভেলপমেন্ট গোলের ওপরে ভিশন করে করা হয়েছে ইউনাইটেড নেশনসের, এবং আমাদের যেভাবে আমরা স্টুডেন্টদের এবং সবাইকে একত্রিত করতে পেরেছি কোভিডের পরে, এটা আমাদের কাছে একটা খুব বড় রেকগনিশন।
সাস্টেনেবিলিটি এমন একটা জিনিস যে বিষয়টাকে আমরা যদি এখন থেকে এরকম ডকুমেন্ট করলে, এখন থেকে যদি আমরা এটা খেয়াল না করি, তাহলে আমাদের পরের জেনারেশন হয়তো আর পৃথিবীটাই পাবে।
আমার সবচেয়ে যেটা ভালো লেগেছে মায়ের এখানে 10 টাকা ডেফিনেটলি আছে, বাট অ্যাকচুয়ালি যে 17 হাত ক্রিয়েট করা হয়েছে যেখানে ডিফারেন্ট গোল লেখা আছে সেটা আমার খুব ভালো লেগেছে।
Congratulate the IIHM and Dr. Bose for promoting and celebrating the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and implementing them through their students in their daily lives and in the curriculum. The IIHM is the first college in the world to take over Park Street Metro Station in Calcutta to promote sustainability and the 17 SDGs, and also the first college to promote SDGs at Calcutta Airport. A very special word of thanks goes to the Secretary General of the UNWTO, Zurab Bololikashvili, who's been a strong supporter of the IIHM and global tourism and hospitality institutions around the world.
So once again, I welcome all of you who have joined right now a few minutes ago on Zoom for the book launch, Art of Sustainable Hospitality, which has been authored by our chief mentor and the founder of IIHM, Dr. Suborno Bose. A warm welcome once again to all of you who have joined us online. Warm welcome to all of you who have joined us offline here in the campus. May I now request our very own Mr. Sandeep Mukherjee to please come up here to say a few words on the green carpet. Mr. Mukherjee, Mr. Sandeep Mukherjee. A member of the IIHM family whom we proudly present.
That's a surprise. I'm a member of your family. That's what you said. So I am. Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you think about sustainability and what are you expecting from this book?
I've actually gone through this book, so it's a marvelous book in many senses. But before that, we talk a bit about yourself and the journey that you all have taken. See, yours is an institution which many of us within the hospitality fraternity and people who are ex also who have retired have forever kept in touch with. And the only reason is that because of the firm belief that you believe in quality education and putting people forward to the industry who are going to produce the next get set of hospitality people, so to speak. As regards sustainability, you have taken it in a very, very big manner. I'm with you for the last about 1 year now at this point of time across all your colleges, not only over here in a big way. And I see the seriousness that you actually inculcate in everything that you do, including the sustainable Durga Puja, whoever thought of it. Okay. Plus you're addressing world hunger, your food soldiers, any which way that you can, even during COVID, what you did. So everything that you do, you have that sense of sustainability built in you. And, you know, with everything that we always say, it begins with leadership. So of course your leaders show the way, but you are leaders in your own way. And so are your students in that. So it's a very proud and very happy moment each time that I come to you over here. Twice a week I do. Regarding the book, it's a benchmark book, but I leave much more of that to Paul Walsh, Dr. Bose himself, talk about it. But if this book reaches the libraries of all the colleges, of all the hospitality colleges without doubt, and the hospitality leaders, and it's basically the industry speak about sustainability in a way. So it's not what you are actually preaching about, sustainability. It's going to be a big win for every stakeholder in that way. So that's what I feel about it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mukherjee.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. As you correctly said, that this is going to be an opportunity. This book is going to create a buzz in the hospitality industry, and that is what we are expecting. It is going to create a buzz in the educational sector. It is educational, it is informative, it is something that can be put into practice. Next, we will invite someone special to speak who will join us all the way from another continent on Zoom. But before that, I will request the IT team to keep playing some interesting videos.
To make sure that youth, the future of our tourism industry, are closely working with the SDGs as a part of their lives and their future careers. Durga Puja has now been declared as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO, and I'm very proud to note that the IIHM is organizing the world's very first sustainable Durga Puja in their global campus.
We now have with us Mr. K. Mohan Chandran, Senior Vice President, East Taj Group of Hotels. May I request you, sir, to please come up here on the green carpet to say a few words. Welcome. Welcome. Very good evening. Very good evening, sir, and gratitude for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Have you read the book?
No, not yet.
And
Not yet.
what are you anticipating from the book?
Well, Suborno's always got a host of stories with his connections and all the number of people he knows. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to say.
Please tell us a little bit about the sustainability practices that you,
Oh,
you know, deploy in your organization. You know, some key facts which our students could take away.
Well, there's such a lot that I can speak about, but I'm particularly proud about the fact that currently we are the only hotel in Calcutta, and perhaps in the state, I must check that. All our electrical power is green.
All the electrical
100%
power is
green.
green. 100% green electrical power.
So that's something that gives me a particular kick.
So this must be a moment of pride.
It is.
Yeah, say this with a degree of pride.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. IT team, can you please play the video?
All the students of IIHM for putting this one of its own kind, the first sustainable Durga Puja in the city of Calcutta. Chief guest for the evening, Mr. Nicola Casino, the director of Alliance Marseille, along with Dr. Suborno Bose, Mr. Shekhar Mukherjee, Mr.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and now we have someone special who has joined us all the way from Namibia. Chef Terry Jenkinson is here, who has joined us on Zoom and is going to say a few words about the book launch and pass on his congratulatory message. Chef Terry, a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm honored to have a few moments just to say a few words to Dr. Bose and to IIHM and to all your esteemed guests and those attending tonight's meeting and the book launch. It's a fantastic initiative, and it's something that is desperately needed in our industry. And the amazing foresight of Dr. Bose in seeing what is needed and getting it out there to the industry and to the world is incredible, and I salute you for that. Sustainability has been an issue for a number of years, but it's only recently that we are really taking it to task, and we are really putting effort into turning around the current situation. And IIHM and YCO have been some of the forerunners in fostering a sustainable hospitality industry. I've also been quite privileged in assisting the world chefs in their sustainability curriculum development. So for me, it's very close to my heart, and it is something that we as educators and we as industry leaders need to take it that step further. And with the book that Dr. Bose and IIHM have come up with, it is going to help us in passing on that message of sustainability and how important sustainability is for the future of our industry and for the future of mankind. So once again, Dr. Bose, thank you very much for your initiatives. Thank you very much for your foresight. And I'm looking forward to being able to read a copy of your new book when I see you in January for YCO 2024.
Thank you, Chef Terry. Chef Terry Jenkinson, who had joined us all the way from Namibia. Thank you so much for being with us. This is indeed a very special day for us. And as a friend of IIHM, as someone who has mentored, guided the students of IIHM for so many years, we're so grateful that you are a part of this event today. Next on the green carpet, I would like to invite Mr. Rupak Barua. Mr. Rupak Barua is the CEO of AMRI. Mr. Barua, we are extremely glad that you're here with us tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much inviting me here.
Please tell us a little bit about sustainability. What do you think sustainability is?
See, in today's environment, we are all talking about sustainable. Any industry, any business you are talking about, all we are talking about sustainable one. We are in the healthcare sector. We are all talking about how best way possible we can make all our the healthcare as a whole in terms of your sustainable one, in both in right from the green hospital, green operation theaters, green everywhere. So in today's any sensible world, we'll have to look for sustainable one. And I think Suborno is showing this as a pathway. This your how best way a hospitality industry can be a sustainable one. And it's a great honor and privilege to be in the this inaugural program of this your book launch of Suborno Bose.
Thank you so much, Mr. Barua. It is a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much.
As we have a very close relation with AMRI, and we always explain this to our students that studying hospitality, you also have a lot of avenues if you want to work in the healthcare sector. So would you like to tell the students a little bit about that?
The students, yes, of course, they should look for wherever they are working. They will have to keep it in mind, the sustainable one. That is the environment that they will have to keep it in mind. The first thing it has to come, because survival is an issue right now. So once wherever the students, definitely they will go to this different sphere of life, but they will have to keep it in mind. That is the major part that they will have to focus, concentrate. That is a sustainable one. That subject they will have to study, and not only the study, they will have to implement that one in every sphere of their life.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So wonderfully said that everywhere the students go and work, incorporating sustainability is one of the most important things. Thank you so much, Mr. Barua. Next on the green carpet, I would like to invite Okay, so now it's time to begin the ceremony for the book launch. Professor Foskett, has Professor Foskett joined us?
Yes, I'm here.
Fantastic, Professor Foskett, a warm welcome to you. Would you like to put forward your congratulatory message to all of us?
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you for inviting me. It's indeed a very special occasion of which I'm very honored to be part of this great launch of this wonderful book, this groundbreaking book, which is very much needed. It is the art and science of sustainability, written by a most incredible, iconic entrepreneur of our industry, Dr. Suborno Bose. No words can be too great or can overemphasize the fantastic work that Dr. Bose has done over the years. And this is another example of his initiative, his groundbreaking work, so important to all of us, so important to humanity and the future of hospitality and our planet. It will become a global, valuable text for all students and for all who work in this industry. It is indeed a must read, and we are all forever grateful to Dr. Suborno Bose for bringing this book together and for sharing it with us all, which is very much needed. Sustainability is very much in my heart, something I strongly believe in. And I know many young people are arguing for more sustainable practices, a more sustainable environment. And this leads the way in hospitality. So we can only be forever grateful for Dr. Suborno Bose, to know you, to work with you, and please carry on in doing this groundbreaking work. I'm very humbled to know you, as are so many people, and we really do thank you. And I invite everyone to say a big thank you for Suborno Bose and this sustainability book. Thank you very much indeed. And it's a great honor for me to speak to you today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Foskett, for joining us all the way from London. Thank you for your speech. Thank you for your kind words. And thank you for all the support that you always give us to IIHM, to Dr. Bose, to all of us, the entire IIHM fraternity. Now it is time for the book launch. And for the same, I want to invite Dr. Suborno Bose to please come up here. I would like to invite Mr. Paul Walsh, our very dear friend, to please come up here. And last but not the least, Mrs. Sanjukta Bose, Director and Co-founder of IIHM, to please join us in the book launch. The book, Art of Sustainable Hospitality. And here is the very special moment, Dr. Bose's labor of love, labor of passion, his love for hospitality and making hospitality special and making the guest experience even more special by incorporating sustainability, by supporting local communities, supporting the environment and the entire world. Congratulations, Dr. Suborno Bose. Congratulations to all of us. Requesting Dr. Bose to please sign a copy of the book. Can we hear a big round of applause, please? All of you. Thank you. Thank you for giving us this milestone. May we request a photo op? Thank you so much. I will now leave the stage to Mr. Paul Walsh and Dr. Suborno Bose. They are going to discuss snippets from the book and enlighten us about a few things which are already there in the book. And this discussion will also be peppered with wonderful videos from people who will be joining us from all over the world. Over to you, Mr. Paul Walsh, Dr. Suborno Bose.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you. Welcome to the green carpet, Dr. Bose. And I didn't expect this evening, when I put my best green outfit on and the only pair of green shoes I own, to be completely outdone in the green stakes with a beautiful green jacket and no shoes. Dr. Bose, I am in awe of their excellence, their beauty. So thank you for getting the proceedings off with some great style, style. So we're not going to take too much time, but it is a moment when we should celebrate and reflect on the book launch, and perhaps more importantly, on the idea of the book, the concept of the book, how it was formulated, how you created it, because it's not one man's work. It's work from an industry talking about sustainability. And I think that it's really something that we all need to think about today. And it's something that we see in the news every day, the issues around sustainability, around the environment. So it's something that is incredibly important. But before we begin, we have a video, a little video on the book.
A small video.
There we go, we're back on stage. So as we begin, I'd just like to read a short passage from the book. And it's really trying to capture in one paragraph what the essence of this book is all about, because it is an industry piece. It's a collaboration. It's about lots of people coming together. And this is Dr. Bose's introduction. This book offers a unique perspective on how to create sustainable hospitality experiences that delight guests while promoting sustainability. Whether you're a hotelier, restaurateur, hospitality professional, or student, this book will equip you with the knowledge and tools necessary to create exceptional experiences that make a positive impact on the world. So join us on this journey towards sustainable hospitality, and let's create a better future for all. So let's kick off, Dr. Bose. What brought you to sustainable hospitality?
Yes, so that's the first question, when very predictable. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. And thank you so much for being with us on this global launch. We launched this book in Mumbai and London, but this is our hometown, our headquarters. This is our home, and IIHM Global Campus is where our heart is. So it's such a great pleasure to be here with all of you. So once again, thank you all for joining us in celebrating this launching. As we start this book, we started writing just after COVID, because post-COVID, the industry have changed, sea change in the terms of sustainability, in terms of the way we run business. And sustainability at one point of time was a very fancy word. It was a lip service given to so many people. But COVID taught us that sustainability is very important to our very existence. And when we talk about sustainability, it's not about the biological sustainability. We talk about the social sustainability. We talk about the economic sustainability. And these things have come to light after COVID, possibly more in a more forceful way, so to say, and opened a lot of thinking. So this book was written in an A to Z format, where we started with A and A for automation. So we went to Z, where we describe each of the sustainability issues that will be handled, the way it should be handled. And as you said, Paul, it's a collective initiative from the industry, where the industry leaders from all over the world have kind of contributed in how to handle this. So I'm very grateful to them, very thankful to them, right from the CEO of the Marriott, Mr. Capuno, to my very dear friend Sanjeev Kapoor, David Foskett, our mentor. Everyone has put in their point of view and a lot of practical tips about how to handle this sustainability, especially the social and economic part.
Absolutely. So it's so I've obviously read the book, I've gone through the book, and it is very interesting. When people talk about sustainability, they often think about what that means for the environment, what that means for the world, global warming. But this really takes a different perspective. It talks about the social benefits of being a business that takes sustainability with importance. And then if you take case studies of where that social benefit can be highlighted to create a business, an economic benefit. So I think that's a kind of a different and slight and more interesting way, perhaps a way that engages more with students, with people who are in business, with people who are running companies, than just talking about what the environment is doing. It's about what you do as a social, in your social level, supporting people, helping people, making sure that your colleagues are all supported, but then that then leads to economic benefits.
I think absolutely that is exactly the prime point, prime focus, because social sustainability is more important than even the physical sustainability, I believe, because it's all about people. Our industry is all about people. It's of the people, by the people, for the people. And everything we do should be featured for supporting the colleagues, supporting the associate, supporting the employees, supporting the creditors, supporting the suppliers and the guest, and the entire ecosystem of the people supporting the industry, right from the tour operators to the airlines, all play a very important part. Without the flights, you cannot come and stay in a hotel. Without the good infrastructure, you cannot reach the hotel. Without good chef, you cannot eat good food. It's all about people. So it's very important that we support each other, support the people. And unless that is done, the industry will not really grow economically. We have seen in COVID, there has been lockdowns, there has been pay cuts, and there has been people paid 50% of salary, 40% of salary, and people left the industry. We lost a lot of talent. There are a lot of my general manager friends out here. We lost some very good talents, and those talents never came back. But we made sure that if another calamity like COVID hits us in the future, we will be much more secure because of the social sustainability that most of the hotels are now embracing.
Excellent, excellent. So before we play our second video, I'd just like another quote from the book, and it's from Priya Prawl, the chairperson of the Park Hotels, who I think we all know here, and it's from one of the cover quotes, and I think it's very important. The importance of sustainability for the hospitality industry is paramount, as tourism and travel rely heavily on natural and cultural resources for growth and development. So that really hits on the idea of culture, but also, you know, business. Both things are equally as important and relevant.
Absolutely. What Mrs. Priya Paul said, I think sums up the entire story, that it is so important. And again, it's about people. She's talking about the culture. She's talking about the social responsibility. And we are a people industry. So absolutely, I think a great quote from Priya Paul.
Great. So we're going to go to another video, a message from our great friend, Ron Scott, who is the Secretary General of the International Hospitality Council. Ron, let's hear from Ron.
Yes.
It gives me immense pleasure to speak to you this morning, all the way from Scotland, and to congratulate Dr. Suborno Bose on his latest textbook. This is a textbook reflecting the sustainability issues that now have to be addressed by the hospitality industry. The hospitality industry over the last few years has gone through tremendous difficulties, but they're coming out of them very, very strongly. But as they come out, they are also having to address the issues that are rising as we recognise the impact of climate change and the impact of how we work, of how we carry out our businesses, how we behave as individuals. I think this book brings to the forefront a lot of the key major issues that have to be addressed within our global hospitality industry. I cannot think of a better person to do this than Dr. Bose. He has been an inspiration and a driver in hospitality education for over 30 years. And it's always been my great pleasure to know him and to work with him and to listen to what he has to say. I think there is so much in his book that we can learn from, and I really do hope that many people, many students, not just students, but people who are working in the industry today, read this book and think about the messages that are coming through. It is an inspiration. It is important. And I thank you, Dr. Bose, for this tremendous contribution. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. That was a recorded message for Ron. But just to say that we just have a pause in the schedule because we have got one of our great chef friends, Neil Rippington. I think he's online and he's ready now to share his comments, thoughts on the sustainable hospitality. Neil, I feel like I'm on a quiz show. Neil, are you there? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me? You can hear me. Great. Well, I'm surprised that I wasn't anticipating being asked to speak, but it is absolutely my great pleasure to. Thank you very much for inviting me to attend today. Congratulations, Dr. Bose, first of all, on writing the most incredible resource, which, as you've already determined in the meeting so far, is absolutely vital for our future as a hospitality industry and such an important topic globally. And meeting the United Nations sustainability goals. So you've really taken the bull by the horns as usual and provided a fantastic example with the support of everyone around you to really celebrate this opportunity to make the future for the hospitality industry and everybody that works in it and everybody that uses it to really celebrate the opportunities that brings. I'm currently writing something myself on sustainability for a book around the culinary psychology work that I'm doing with Harvard at the moment. So it's really interesting to hear some of the topics that you've already raised. But it's a brilliant piece of work. I absolutely applaud you being able to highlight this opportunity for us all. I'm looking forward to getting a copy myself and to read through the great work that you've done so far. So once again, congratulations to you. I'm really looking forward to meeting up in person to celebrate this occasion with you. So congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Chef Neil. Much appreciated. Glad you could join us from the UK somewhere, I think.
Thank you, Neil.
So we'll move on in our conversation.
Yep.
And I think there are challenges. I mean, the book talks about lots of solutions. It talks about lots of ideas, but perhaps you can share what you see as some of the key challenges in terms of sustainability that lie ahead of us. What do we need to work on? Where do we need to put our extra effort to make this sustainability a really important, crucial part of the hospitality industry, but also win that argument with people?
Yeah, I think that challenges are more in the mind than anywhere else. We need to be much more conscious about what's happening. I think if COVID haven't taught us a lesson, then we'll never learn a lesson. We should be much more responsible now. We should be spending a part of our revenue. And to be very honest, the industry is doing absolutely gung-ho now. A lot of good business happening all over the industry across. And I think part of the revenue should be there for the social welfare, for the welfare of the social sustainability and social mobility. I think the challenges lies again to accept the fact that this is so important. I still feel there are a lot of people who feel that this is something which can be avoided. So we need to train, we need to educate, we need to talk, we need to write books like this and make sure that this is very important part of the existence. And without the social sustainability, without the social mobility, the economic sustainability will never happen. And if the economic sustainability do not happen, then an industry will not go on for a long period. You take the example of the Taj hotels, which have existed for more than 155, 65 years. And it will be for the next 100 years because they are very committed to their social responsibility and they are very committed to the social sustainability. So that's one of the challenge. The other challenge is that a lot of environment factor which needs to be addressed, which are still not done. I still go to some of the biggest 5-star hotels and see maybe a huge corridor, all the lights are on, all we need to put some sensors, but it's just nobody there. So we need to be much more agile. We need to be much more on our toes to make sure that we save the energy. We do our recycling in the right sense of the term. We do a lot of things which are not really done before. Certain things like, for example, the sachet of the shampoos, conditioners, body lotions can be done away with the big dispensers, which can save a lot of money and sustainability. And I think reuse, recycling is something that we should be doing as a rule and not as an option.
Do you think that we can manage the customer expectation? So people who are staying in a 5-star hotel, they're expecting luxury, a level of service that goes above and beyond their normal experiences, perhaps. So is there a way that we can balance sustainability while also making sure that the customer experience is as high quality as expected?
Yes. So we have coined this term called sustainable luxury. So luxury can still be sustainable. And that is exactly what we need to talk to our guests also. The people who comes to the 5 stars more often than not are quite conscious about sustainability. They are educated, they are entrepreneurs, they're in business, they are executives, and we need to talk with them. For example, if we are not washing or changing their towels for 2 days, it's fine. If they're okay with that, we are saving water, we're saving soap, we are saving resources. If we are not changing their bed sheet for 2 days, if they're okay, it's okay. So we need to engage with the customer much more consciously and carry this sustainability together and not as an one-way ticket. I think that's what we have to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to go to another message. Now, this is our very good friend, Chef Enzo Oliveri.
Oh yeah.
One of a celebrity chef in Europe, a Sicilian chef, Sicilian specialist, a great supporter of Young Chef Olympiad, a great supporter of IIHM and the students. So over to the IT team for Chef.
Hello from Enzo, the Sicilian chef in London. I want to congratulate another occasion, another opportunity to congratulate Dr. Bose, IIHM, for the work that has been done for the hospitality. This book is a great thing. It's the right moment, and this is what we need now. Sustainability for the new generation. Please carry on the work you're doing, and I'm so glad that I am involved with you in this big project. See you soon.
Thank you, Chef Enzo. Thank you, Chef. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about the book. Now, the book is in an A to Z format, and each letter of the alphabet has a different issue, a different industry expert talking. Are there a couple of ideas from the book or a couple of areas that you are particularly fond of that you could share with us?
Yes, so when we are creating this book, we wanted an inclusive voice. We wanted a collective voice of the industry. And exactly what you read, what Priya Paul wrote, or what Puneet Chatwal, the managing director of the Taj Hotel, wrote here. I think it's a collective voice of the industry that we are talking about. We're not talking about an individual voice of Suborno Bose. And when we come together as an industry together, and we tell the industry this is what the sustainability is all about, and the industry have to progress with this. There is a cost, yes, but there is much bigger benefit than the cost. So this is something which we kind of found out works very well. And I must congratulate the industry for coming out with such great initiative after COVID. They are paying better now, fortunately, for all of us. They're looking after people better. It used to be always a 4 days a week holiday for the hotel. Now it's 6 days to 8 days in a month, not 4 days in a month. They are giving much better work-life balances. They are looking after the associates, the suppliers, the ecosystem, the operators, the travel agents, much better. I think the entire collective wisdom of the industry is in this book. And that makes this book so special, so extraordinary. It's not just one man writing what he thinks, but it's about 50 people writing what they think.
Absolutely.
And that is the voice of the industry.
And I think Professor Foskett was telling us that he thinks that this is the first book on sustainability, certainly the first book that's been published since COVID in India. And obviously we can't say if it's the first in the world because we don't have those resources to track the whole world. But it is interesting that, you know, that there hasn't been more written or more study done in terms of sustainability and hospitality. So in a lot of ways, Dr. Bose, I guess you want to see this as something that's going to lead the way.
Absolutely. This is the first book, and I'm sure a lot of authors will write after this book, because post-COVID, this is indeed the first book in India, at least, on the sustainability in the industry. And we have written it in a collective voice. And I think this would be a book that can be a benchmark for a lot of books to follow in this particular topic, which will actually not only be economically sustainable for the hotels. I'm sure by following the social sustainability, environmental sustainability, all the hotels, the industry as a whole will benefit hugely. So this book will actually change the bottom line, and there will be more profits actually if you follow the one that has been here.
And it's very much the need of the hour. Just this last week, there's been lots of news about global warming, the temperature of the earth.
Yes.
So
absolutely,
taking these steps towards sustainability is absolutely vital and much expected from customers.
Absolutely, absolutely, Paul.
Great. So we're going to go to another little clip And this time we have the global president of the International College of Distinguished Fellows, who is our very own Diwan Gautam Anand, IIHM College of Distinguished Fellows. So let's go over to the VT from Mr. Anand.
Our citation for Dr. Suborno Bose is, for me, of course, he's visionary and he is the living legend that he is. And it gives us immense pleasure to spend time together with him. But more than that, he is the man for all seasons. I mean, not just the 4 seasons, but also what makes him the man for 5 seasons. And he takes a holistic view of the hospitality business, which means that he focuses on the product, people, the process and the structure, naturally on technology, and of course on the sustainability. And that is why the binary work of sustainability and hospitality is such a classic rendition of his thinking. He always thinks ahead, but he is also like, he has the wisdom of the old sages in a very young man, and reminds us constantly that sustainability or karma is not linear, but it is a concentric circle. That what goes around comes around. The acts we forget, but the tree develops. Human beings we forget, but the earth will is. And his cardinal philosophy is that what is good for the earth is certainly good for humanity. Once again, congratulations, Dr. Bose, on this very special day of sustainability and hospitality.
Thank you, Mr. Anand. We're on the final straight. We're on the final straight, Dr. Bose. We're competing with the snacks and the drinks, and I'm not sure we're winning. Anyway, we'll press on. So we've talked about some of the challenges. We've talked about some of the reasons for creating this work. But now I want to, we'll try and finish on a positive note, which are benefits. So perhaps you can share some of your views on where we can really benefit in terms of sustainability.
I think the biggest benefit comes in the very survival, because we have seen so many restaurants, so many hotels close down. So on a very positive note, I think if we embrace the principles of sustainability, especially I stress on social and economic sustainability, of course, the physical, biological sustainability is very important for the entire planet. I think the survival, the thrival process will be much better. During COVID, we spoke about survivals, and then we spoke about thriving. So now on, the thriving process will be much more stronger if we can go and follow the social sustainability. It is something which is not an option. It is not something which is not something you may or may not do. It is something which we have to do. If we don't do it, maybe another COVID can sweep us off. So on a very positive note, I'm very happy to say most of the hospitality organizations, especially the bigger ones, are already into it. They are following the sustainable practices. They are looking after their people better, much better. They are giving much better work-life balances, so people can have a good life and not just log for hours. And I think the industry would be a much better place in a couple of years from now, once we embrace this entire ecosystem of sustainability.
Excellent. I'm very
hopeful it's going to happen.
Well, we've now got a textbook to follow, so that's one helpful item. And we're going to hear our final video message for our part, and then after that, I'm going to ask you for 2 innovations that you will share with us. So that's give you a chance to do some homework, glance through the book. So our final video message from Dr. Bose and myself comes from His Excellency Mr. Zurab Holokishvili, and he is the Secretary General of the UN World Tourism Organization, and he has been incredibly supportive of everything that IIHM has been involved in for the last 5 or 6 years, pre-COVID and post-COVID. and he has a video message for us.
Yes.
Oops. That's
Not yours.
a sack the juggler moment. You'll never get a job in a circus. Exactly.
On World Tourism Day. I bring with me the best wishes of all UNWTO members, a community of 159 nations. We celebrate as the world cautiously reopens to travel. Now is the time to recognize our sector's essential role as a vehicle of sustainable and equal development. The theme of World Tourism Day 2021 is Tourism for Inclusive Growth. Today, we highlight the value of everyone involved in tourism, both visitors and the visited. India has always seen tourism as a vital part of social, economic, cultural and environmental advancement. You have also long been a valued ally of UNWTO. In 2019, Incredible India was host country for World Tourism Day. And your government has supported tourism through the biggest crisis in the history of the sector. At the same time, the International Institute of Hotel Management has emerged as a true leader in the tourism excellence. It connects India's talented youth to the wider sector and the world. Furthermore, the IIHM Global Center of Tourism and Hospitality Research is a forum that will enhance this unique relationship between hospitality, education and employers. Today, on World Tourism Day, UNWTO is proud to stand with the IIHM, and I'm honored to officially inaugurate the IIHM Global Center for Tourism and Hospitality Research on this historic occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Polakshvili. A great supporter of IIHM, I know, and it's really nice to have his message included this evening. So I said to you before the video, 2 innovations. So go on, share us a couple of innovations you like.
Yes, actually there are many, but I'll just say 2. I think my A for automation, and it wasn't like a no-brainer, because we need automation, we need technology to come to the rescue of the industry. We are using a lot of technology, but we need more technology. We are using a lot more than we ever did before, and so that we can reduce waste, because one of the biggest problem in industry is a waste. So reduction of waste is something that will save cost and hence increase profits, and that profit can go for social sustainability cost and can help us to achieve economic sustainability. The second one, apart from automation, is that reduction of inequality, which is SDG goal number 12. We are looking at more inclusive world. LGBT is one of the areas where I think all hotels should be working. There are some amazing work done by hotel like Lemon Tree, and we need to get the people from different parts. And I think the very fact that the people from the LGBT clan, LGBT section should be brought in a mainstream. They are fantastic workers, and we need to treat them equally. So reduce inequality can solve a lot of staffing problem, solve a lot of manpower problem, and can bring light to a life of millions of people.
I suppose it's that idea that the sustainability, there are some things that just sit naturally with sustainability. So inclusivity would be one.
Absolutely,
you know,
inclusivity.
So
yes.
I mean, that's a really nice message, and perhaps a good message to finish on, that for our sustainability to work, we have to be absolutely inclusive.
Yes, inclusivity. And
Great.
of course, before we finish, Paul, partnership, which is the goal number 17 of the SDG. I think partnership is very important. Partnership with the hotel and the employee, partnership with the hotel and the customer, with associate, with suppliers, with other areas of the system like tour operators, everybody. I think partnership will be playing a very important role, and partnership with the hotel and the academia, very important. So partnership should be forming the DNA of the future sustainability practices.
Excellent. So I think that's a good place to finish. What do you think, Dr. Bose?
I'm fine.
Good place to finish. Great.
Yes.
So thank you to everyone for being here and being part of this. The program hasn't finished yet. So, but I think that's the moment where we exit stage right. Is that right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you,
Dr.
everybody.
Bose.
Thank you once
Thank
again
you.
for coming and joining us in this very, very historic evening, I must say. And thanks very much for your support, for your guidance, and for your inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Suborno Bose. Thank you, Mr. Paul Walsh. Thank you for joining us. Do we have Chef Gary McLean online?
Yes, you do, yeah.
Welcome, Chef. Chef Gary McLean, who is the National Chef of Scotland. He's the Executive Chef, City of Glasgow College. Chef McLean is here to say a few words to all of us, joining all the way from Scotland.
Hiya, how are you? What a great evening. Congratulations. So thanks for inviting me to talk today. It's a real pleasure to be able to be part of this moment, especially with so many friends from across the world. And more importantly, the students that are watching on, who are indeed the future of our industry. I'm not surprised we're here talking about one of the biggest topics facing our industry. And I'm also not surprised that Dr. Bose has decided to write a practical and very informative book on the subject. Sustainability, it's an easy thing to say, it's an easy thing to put on the blurb at the front door or on a menu in a hotel. But the reality is, these days our guests want to see credible, verified evidence of your sustainable credentials. As Scotland's national chef, it's my responsibility to ensure that the food industry in Scotland emphasises sustainability whilst also ensuring economic growth. And when it comes to balancing economic growth and environmental benefits of stability, I believe that it's crucial that comes through education and the importance to educate people in the importance of sustainable food practices. Balancing the economic and environmental benefits requires a proactive approach and an emphasis on education, local sourcing technology, and responsible waste management. These practices reduce our impact on the planet and provide economic benefits in a sustainable food industry. And I believe that Dr. Bose's new book has all of that and more. It's taken sustainability from a real practical level rather than being preaching. I think it'll be a fantastic tool for operators to use as a helpful, sensible guide for the realistic advice that will also help people navigate the green agendas that are still to come, and also to add profit to the bottom line and enhance the reputation of businesses in the process. And I'd just like to congratulate both Dr. Bose and Mrs. Bose, because I know how much support one needs when writing a book, as I've just finished one. And I wish you all the very, very best with the book, and I'm sure it will do well. And thanks for writing it.
Thank you, Chef Gary McLean. And next we have Chef Sean Leonard. Chef Sean Leonard is online and has joined us all the way from another part of the world. Chef, over to you. Chef Leonard, are you with us? While we wait for Chef Leonard to join us, may I request Dr. Suborno Bose and all his friends to please come up here once for a commemorative photograph. We haven't taken a commemorative photograph with Dr. Bose and all his friends. So I'll request Mr. Kagalu, please don't leave. Also, I would like to thank all of you who have joined from all over the world, all corners of the world, online, for making this event wonderful, for making this event a success. Tonight, This is a special day for all of us. It's a landmark day for IIHM with the launch of the book, The Art of Sustainable Hospitality, which we are sure is going to equip hoteliers, students, entrepreneurs, everyone with a lot of knowledge and tools to make this world a livable, sustainable place. May I request Dr. Bose and all his friends to please come up here for a commemorative photograph. Dr. Bose, why don't you come in the middle? So why don't you come in the middle? Mrs. Bose, may we also have you in the commemorative photograph? Good evening, sir. Wonderful to have you. Moitri ma'am, how can we have a commemorative photograph without you? And Mr. Mukherjee, lovely. This is going to be an interesting frame. Yeah. Big round of applause. Yes, let's hear it. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Chef Sean Leonard, are you online? Are you with us?
Yes, I think I've got over technical difficulties now. I'm back.
Fantastic. Wonderful to have you here, Chef. We want to hear a few words from you.
Yes, thank you very much for the patience and the invitation, of course, to come and speak to you all today. It's, of course, a very auspicious occasion, the launch of an incredibly important book for us all, for our students and, of course, our practitioners and also for the industry. So congratulations to Dr. Bose on the release of this amazing book. And as I think we've all been singing from the same hymn sheet, we've all heard that there's a lot of information, there's a lot of chat, discussion about sustainability, its practices within our industry. And of course, this is something we need to put into hard facts. This is something we need to do and put into practice ultimately. And as practitioners, I think we are best placed to do so. So this is we've got the foothold in the sustainability ladder, so to speak, something it's all been in our heart for a while, and we've all been doing little bits, but now we've got an opportunity to change that and make it into a real movement, which I think is important, of course, as well. So congratulations, Dr. Bose, of course, from all of us here at BHMS in Switzerland and on this particular publication. So things like, for example, when we are working with our students, we're always trying as well here at the school to educate our students. I think it's important, and I think Chef Gary McLean touched upon it. Education is the key for our students, for our future practitioners, and also our students are also our future customers. At the same time, it's important to educate our guests and our staff. And I think that sometimes we don't do that correctly. Sometimes we always sort of try to explain that sustainability and sustainable practices are linked to some kind of money-saving scheme within operations. And we mentioned, as we mentioned, of course, the towels in rooms. At home, we don't wash towels every day. At home, we don't wash 4 towels per person per day. or change bed linen every single day. And yes, we are paying for a service when we're in the hospitality industry, in the hotels, etc. But I think it's important, if we educate our guests correctly on what is appropriate, what is not appropriate, I think that we are definitely onto a winner. But certainly it has to be approached correctly. And I think textbooks, I think information sharing, I think discussion and education in many aspects are the key to this. So let's hope that this is the beginning of a very important movement for us all. So we need to be vocal, we need to make it clear, and we need to, of course, practice what we preach, which is very important. Integrity is the key here. Here at BHMS in Switzerland, of course, we have this sustainability in our curriculum. And we also have something in Switzerland called Swiss sustainability. Yes, it exists. We turn everything into Swiss. And the Swiss sustainability is actually a quality signature for operations, of which BHMS actually has this certification as a sustainable, Swiss sustainable school. And we practice this with our, as I mentioned, we have this sustainable functions in our curriculum in many aspects, not just in culinary, but also in hospitality and management pathways. And equally, we practice what we preach in terms of preparation of food, not of production. And when things are produced and we have them surplus to requirements, we of course look at helping, people who have little in this world. So, a little bit of giving stuff to the homeless, as well as, of course, dedicating foods to charity so nothing gets to waste. But there are many more practices we could change, and in the school we're planning a few more. We always talk about why we need to have, for example, drinking water used in toilets, and also, when we're having a buffet, and bread is a very important part of a breakfast buffet, for example. Why we need to have 9 or 15 types of bread. How many different types of bread can one person eat? So it's a challenge, but we don't shirk a challenge. We like a challenge. But I think with the text we have, with the information we're receiving now, I think this is the beginning of a global green movement. And we thank, of course, everyone at IIHM for moving this, for pushing this, and here's to a positive future.
All right. Thank you so much, Chef Leonard. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for joining us from all across the globe on this auspicious special occasion, the launch of Dr. Suborno Bose's book, The Art of Sustainable Hospitality. Thank you very much. And I would like to invite all of you for cocktails and dinner, those of you who are present here at the Global Campus. And once again, a big thank you and good night to all of you. Thank you.